Hey, Tony guys in here. You can't see me because I'm driving, and it's night, and got 10 on this here window. But eyes on the road anyway, so just wanted to pop in, and it's something I was thinking about. I was with my dad and took him on a little trip with me that I talked about on my video yesterday. So really cool experience, and I'm so glad he got to experience that. And that's a lesson in itself of just like, if you doing better than your parents, or even if you're not doing better than your parents, if your mom or your dad is still living, and if you don't have a relationship with them, then you need to go get a relationship with them. And you got to work on that, and you got to heal, and you got to mend those broken pieces, and because you only get one. Now if it's at a place to where it can't be fixed and you've done everything you can, then that's all you can do. But if it's time left and you have the opportunity, and a lot of times I see people with mommy hurt, daddy hurt, mommy wounds, daddy wounds. And what I tell my clients in those situations, I tell them, go sit down and talk to your mom and ask her whole life story. And when you hear your mama whole life story, and it's gonna be parts she don't tell you. I talked to a woman who was sodomized by her stepfather, and he put a sandwich bag on his private area and sodomized her. And she wrote about it in her book, but can you imagine her? That's not something she's told her daughter. That's not something she's laid out. Her daughter, when she's of age, will read that, or her sons, when they're of age, will read that. But it's stuff that you don't know about your mom, stuff you don't know about your dad, that they done went through, that probably would have killed you. But they lived through it. And so when you see their pain and you see their hurt, when you see how bitter they are, you see how toxic they are, they see this and that, a lot of times it's because of those things. And so I just wanted to say to you, make sure that you mend those broken areas. And also, me and my dad, we were talking about drinking when we was up there, and it just reminded me, like, he didn't have any alcohol, I didn't have any alcohol, and we were just talking about, not being a hindrance to your brethren, and just understanding that when you live in life and you're trying to grow, you're trying to change, somebody always watching you. Your kids watching you, or your friends watching you, family members, co-workers, somebody always watching you. And so you got to be mindful of that, and you got to make sure that. And this one thing, it's like, I was sitting on the plane, and it was a chartered plane for the, suite owners. And this young lady was walking down the aisle, and shout out to you. God bless you. Great to meet you. Miss Siobhan. She's walking down the aisle, and she said, Tony, hey, I was just watching your videos. Now imagine if she was walking down the aisle and I was lusting after her, licking my lips, trying to make eyes, goo-goo eyes, trying to flirt, and she know exactly who I am. And so that might not be your case, but, and then I was on the elevator, and the elevator was going up or down, and I was on there, and I got on there. As soon as I stepped on the elevator, a guy said, hey, Tony Gaskin, hey, man, my girl watch your videos, man. Hey, man, I'm glad you do what you do, man. Hey, keep doing what you doing, because I try to tell her, but then when she hear you say it, then she won't listen. Man, hey, let me take a picture with you real quick. Real cool guy, just real. Imagine if I was cheating on my wife, and I was getting on there with a jump off, and this young man, he know exactly who I am. So I say that to say, you always got to be living right and doing the right thing. And the best way for you to do that is for you to work on yourself behind closed doors. For you to work on your heart behind closed doors. Like, I don't curse, so I don't have to worry about slipping up and cursing. I don't get drunk, so I don't have to worry about, you know, tempted to get drunk in public. I don't have to, because I done did the work behind closed doors. And so that's what I say, and I'm always reminded of that. Just, you never know who watching you. In the least, your friends and your family. And sometimes they may say, well, you know, they watching all these videos on YouTube all the time. Let me see if their attitude changed. Let me see if their mindset changed. Let me see if they still in fornication. Let me see if they still putting up with the nonsense, with the foolishness, since I know they watch all these videos online. Somebody watching you, and they want to see you grow. They want to see you better. Because if you grow and you better, that's going to encourage them. You might be the only Bible somebody read. You might be the only gospel somebody hear. You might be the only testimony somebody know. So you have to make sure that you living right and you doing the right thing, because somebody watching you, and they blood on your hands. They belief system about humanity and how they feel. Like the young lady, she walking down the thing. Had I been licking my lips and lusting after her, and when she walked on the other side, the guy behind me, after she walked past him, she kind of bumped into him on accident. And then she said sorry, and she kept walking. And then he was like, oh my goodness. Woo, I got the butterflies. I ain't had the butterflies since the 8th grade. And he felt like that, you know, I don't know if it was a perfume or if it was just her aura or whatever. So I say that to say, this a grown man, this an African-American male. If that's how he felt, then that's how any man could have felt. Now, what if I was lusting after her? Then you know what she would have had to say in her mind? She would have said, wow, all men are the same. Wow, men don't change. Wow, this man, had I tried to shoot a shot, you know, or do something, get fresh with her or something, strike up old conversation and hold old long conversation and flirt, her message would have been, wow, all men the same. Men don't change. And so that's why I say somebody need to see your example to believe that they can grow and they can change, and that people can grow and people can change, and that the world is still a good place. Hey, this is Tony Gaskin. God bless you. We'll talk soon.